Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to this 1.1ness session. My name is Els, and for those of you who are new to the oneness sessions, let me give you a little bit of a background. Several of us at One Point Consulting are meditating on a regular basis, and we find this practice very beneficial, both in our professional as well as personal lives. And at a particular moment, we were talking about it, and the idea came that why not to share some of these ideas and practices with a wider audience. And that was in fact the start of the Oneness Project. What we do is every Friday, we invite an experienced meditator and we ask him or her to share some of their thoughts about a particular topic, but also to guide us into a short meditation. So far, we have had more than 70 guest speakers, both from the UK as well as from abroad. And all these sessions have been recorded and are available on YouTube. Today, I'm very, very pleased to welcome Denise Lawrence, who joins us from San Francisco. Denise has been meditating for many years, and she was the instrument in setting up meditation centers in Canada, in the US, in Germany. She also lived for many years in India, where she coordinated the Overseas Communications Center at the Godlywood Studio in Mount Abu in Rajasthan. And during the years that she was living in India, and I think this project took about 7 years, she also developed a diploma course, Education in Values and Spirituality, a degree course, which is currently being taught at several universities in India, as well as a few other Asian countries. Denise has traveled globally, I would say, conducting seminars, giving talks, retreats about spirituality. And most of these activities are now ongoing via Zoom online. Denise has also written a book, Sciamachy, Fight with Your Shadow, and this novel was published in India in 2017 and has also been translated into German now. So very, very warm welcome to Denise. And the topic for today is being at one with the drama of life.
Thank you so much, Els, and hello to everyone. Well, I think it's quite an interesting idea to consider life as something like a three-dimensional multi-screen TV show. And it can be quite boring sometimes. It can be quite scary sometimes. There are all sorts of scenes that appear in our home life, in our professional life, and in the world around us, the community around us. And because of the wide reach of media, we are actually able to know what's going on pretty much all over the world. And there are TV channels without limit. So we're used to the world that has been captured by film and video. But think about yourself as an actor in the middle of your own drama, and whatever is going on around you, these are also scenes of a drama where you are the main character. And as you look and feel and touch and smell and hear all the things that are going on around you, all this is registered in your mind. It's very interesting to think about the inner being as the self, the spiritual self, who is using the hardware of our physical body and our sense organs, which are really sensors that let the spirit within know what's going on. But the spirit within is quite sensitive and has a range of feelings. And so we do react and respond. We are impacted all the things and people and places and events that are going on around us. And we call this reality. And sometimes we get overwhelmed by reality. Like you saw in the image at the beginning of our program today, you see a large wave. And from the viewpoint of someone who may be a surfer, who has to ride that wave. And this is life. We have to ride the waves. And for that, we need to be skilled. Now, the theme that we're looking at today is the theme of being at one with the drama of life. And the surfer or the horse rider or the skier or the sailor must be at one with the environment, the element in which you are dancing, because otherwise it becomes a crash and a tumble, and you go into other feelings. Could be panic, could be concern, could be worry. Many different emotions take place within the mind and heart, and they destabilize us. So this is why we practice meditation. And meditation is done in many different ways. The kind of meditation that I do is called Raj Yoga. And the word Raj Yoga refers to being a master of the self in the midst of all sorts of dramas that are going on all the time. From the moment you wake up, from the excuse me, from the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep again, and it may even continue while you're trying to sleep, because big scenes will play out in your mind and they may stop you from going to sleep. So being at one with all of this is a very interesting technique, method, and approach. Being at one with something means that you consider yourself and you position yourself as part of it, so that it is not in any way an antagonistic relationship between myself and what's happening to me. In fact, we would even change the wording of this sentence, and we wouldn't say all these things are happening to me. We are saying they are happening, but they're not happening to me, they're just happening. And I am there, I'm part of the scene. I'm there, I'm part of the scene, but I'm not taken over by it. So this is a very, very important practice. Take, for example, different scenarios that you may experience when you're in interaction with people, and those people are maybe being aggressive towards you. They may be trying to diminish you or shout at you, or in some way it becomes an adversarial situation. So how can you be at one with an adversarial situation? Well, what does this scene of the drama call for? It means you have to be able to handle yourself in a dangerous situation, in a situation where you are being aggressed. And so you have to bring yourself into your power so that you stand up for yourself, you stand up to what is going on, and you play the game. You have to be quite quick off the mark and be able to respond in such a way that your adversary is kept in a state where you are really in command of the situation. And if you're not practicing to be at one with the situation, then it becomes yourself against what's going on. When you're at one with the situation, you're part of it, you're up for it, and you play the scene the way it needs to be played. In this idea of life as a drama, not only are you the actor, but you are also the observer. And you see what's going on from a point of view which is a little detached from the position of actually playing the scene. So you're doing two things at once. On one hand, you're playing the scene, and on the other hand, you're positioning yourself like in a corner of the scene, and you're watching the scene, you're watching yourself. And in this way, you're also able to direct yourself. You're the actor and the director. And how do you do this successfully? Well, when you have a good practice of meditation, it helps you to be connected. Connected means you're connected with your inner self. You never lose that connection, which means that you don't get overtaken by the sensory input, because when the sensory input is very much and strong, it can take over, and then you lose contact with yourself. So part of meditation is to retain and sustain that connection with yourself, so you're always in command of the situation. And this state of being detached while things are going on also gives you another possible position to adopt, and that is on the inside of your head. You withdraw yourself a little bit from your sense organs, as if you are watching through your eyes and listening through your ears, so that you are not only in the position of being in a corner of the scene, outside the scene, but you can also position yourself on the inside of your head and watch the scenes much as you would watch a screen. And you have a real sense of the difference between yourself and what's going on the screen, so that it doesn't take you over. Now, I know that in the different technologies that are being developed, the developers are trying to create an artificial environment which is as overwhelming as the real environment, and really pull people into it. But actually, it's, I think, better to maintain one's independence from all the things that are going on, because otherwise you become somewhat of a slave to a situation, and then whatever's happening is happening to you. But meditation gives you this perspective. It is happening, but it's not happening to me. You can also use this other idea, which I think is very helpful. You can say to yourself about whatever is happening, it's not good, it's not bad, it just is. And what this does, it enables you to adopt a real sense of acceptance. You not just know that it is what it is, but you really allow it to be what it is. Otherwise, we are used to thinking if it's good, we like it. If it's bad, we don't like it. And we kind of flip-flop between those pairs of opposites of pleasant and unpleasant. And then we are impacted beyond what we would like, and we get taken over. So meditation is especially a practice that allows us not to get taken over. So what does that mean in practical terms? It means that I allow everything to be what it is, in the sense of thinking of it as if something is recorded and you're watching that recording, whether it's a film or a TV show or any kind of video, the moment it gets recorded is one moment, and the moment you play it back is a different moment. And when you're playing it back, you see what it is, and you do not say, it should not be like this. If you're a video editor, you can change it. But when it comes to looking at reality, see it as it's recorded like this, it is like this, and what does it require of me? Not that I should say it shouldn't be like this, it should be some other way, because the fact is, it is this way. So wanting to change it is a waste of time, quite honestly. What we need to do is think about, I am the actor in this scene and I must play this scene. And of course, you don't have time to think all those words. You have to do it quickly and instantly, but you have to practice and think about it beforehand. Then when you're in the scene, it comes naturally. So you practice that, okay, this is the scene. Now, in my repertoire of all possible ways of responding to any different type of scene, let me play it this way or that way. That means we must be creative, not reactive. Then we are able to be at one with the scene. A good actor is one who really enters into the scene and plays the scene in the best way for that scene. And so think of reality. Think of reality as something like that. And that you yourself, when you're connected to yourself, that's a reality too. And from that reality, you are engaging with, observing, and participating in this drama of life, and you enjoy it. You're an artist, and this is your studio, this is your theater, and you are playing for yourself. And all of the memories that you accumulate while you're playing these scenes, they are with you. And when that scene is over, you have the memories. You play back the memories. In your mind, you could say, oh, I could have done it this way, I could have done it that way. And that's a useful thing to do. Play back the memories and see how you could have played it maybe a little better, maybe been a little more masterful. Why is it useful to do that? Is because these scenes recur. Things happen in patterns, and the kinds of situations that arise happen again and again, especially challenging situations. So that means that we can refine our creative response to any challenging situation. A challenging situation is always more dramatic than just a normal one. But we actually get stimulated by the challenging situations, because it is through these that we're able to up our game and intensify and refine our creative response to situations. And all of this adds up to our sense of honoring ourselves, who we are. We recognize who we are. We recognize our competence. And that is called personal progress. So what I'd like to do is for us to practice this in a meditation together. So when we're just by ourselves and practicing meditation, you just find a place, a space, a chair, an environment which is neutral and comfortable and quiet. And then take your time to go inside. Be with yourself as a being of light. Think of yourself as a spirit who is extraordinary and who operates the instrument of your body, like almost like the intelligence is using the physical body to express itself, to interact with the environment, but always as a master. And this mastery comes when you are positioned within. So think of yourself as this light inside your head. You see the world through your eyes, like a big three-dimensional screen. And all the things that you see and hear and feel and touch and smell, they get registered in your mind as memories. You are the master. The scenes may be good or bad. They may appear to be antagonistic or damaging to you. That's an appearance only. Behind that appearance is wisdom and understanding. Your work is to discern the meaning, the significance, which allows you to come into your power more, to hold yourself in your self-honor more, and to become more skilled, strong, more experienced. Any scene comes in front of you. You don't say, why is this happening? Instead, you say, this is happening. Let me see what I will do with this scene. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, if it's fair or unfair. In meditation, we go away from what it should be, and we see what it is. In the scene, someone may say something to me that is insulting. They may say, oh, you are incompetent. You are too slow. You are no use. We don't like you. And you say to yourself in your mind, really? I am so competent, capable. What's really going on here is someone wanting to make me doubt myself or diminish me, because life, after all, is a game of power. It's okay. Say what you want, but I know who I am. I am what I am, regardless of what anyone says or does, because I'm connected with my being, connected with my conscience. I perform right action because I know what is right action, even in challenging situations. Allow yourself to feel that inner stability and ease with any situation. There's ease, there is neutrality, peace, stillness. And then come into action through the body as the expert actor and play the scene to your satisfaction. Practice sitting on the inside of your head, at one with yourself, at one with the higher power from whom you get energy and strength. And when a scene comes up, respond from this place of ease and peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise, for this beautiful session and also a very powerful meditation commentary. I've really enjoyed it. So a big thank you. And so for next week, we have another international speaker, and that's going to be Anna Dolyani from Lebanon. And she has done a session before on Plato's allegory of the cave and its connection with meditation, a very popular topic as well. And so she will conduct the second session on that. That's next week, Friday, 9 a.m. UK time. So also a big thank you to the technical team supporting us behind the scenes, and bye-bye to everyone.